Dear Leos, how are you? I hope you are well. I'm shooting this video to talk about what is expecting you in August. August is your month. We have a solar eclipse in your sign, so it's very important for you to listen everything because everyone is gonna get impact this month. Like it's because it's eclipse season, things are changing again. But you are the I think the out of all 12 signs, you are the one whose life potentially might change. So when I say eclipses, usually people scare. When you listen this, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be like a horrible change, because I can say happily, these eclipses happening this time are much more friendly, especially the one in Leo is really nice. It's kind of like, I will talk in detail, but it's kind of like you might be leaving something behind, like something bad, something heavy, something sticky problem, but then you will open a door for like a big nice changes for the future. So it's really nice. So today, there are other planet changes, but they all kind of align with the two eclipses, so I will talk them when I'm talking about the eclipse. So I think it would be a good structure if we talk about the first eclipse in your sign, which happening in 12th of August. That's impacting the first 3 months, first 3 weeks of this month, but the longer impact is around 3 to 6 months. And then the second eclipse is happening in Pisces, 5 degrees, it's 28th of August, so that one will be impactful in the last week of the month. So without further ado, we will start, but I would like to remind you, if you are meeting just the first time, or you are sometimes chipping in and listening my videos, I'm putting astrology videos to talk about practical astrology. So my style is you can approach astrology with many different angles. So some people look at more spiritual, past lives, or a more psychological aspect. I am looking more like practical, day-to-day physical manifestations, potential physical manifestations. And so hopefully my advice more focus on practically how I can help you to make most of your good aspects and protect yourself as much as possible from the bad ones. So if you like this kind of content, you might consider to subscribe to my channel, and then you can also click on the ring bell, and then if there is any new videos coming, you can be aware of it and you can listen immediately. Without further ado, let's start with the Leo eclipse on 12th of August. It's big, and it's happening. Why I'm saying it's big? Because it's the first eclipse happening in Leo after 9 years. It's a solar eclipse. Solar eclipses are new beginnings usually. It is in 20 degrees of Leo, especially if you have a birthday around 12th of August, like 5 days before, 5 days after, or if you know your rising sign, if it's around 20 degrees, then you might be one of the signs that have the most impact. And it's positive, it has another positive aspect, getting a Saturn trine, which is a positive aspect from Aries, which is your sister brother sign. So so it's kind of getting this stability aspect from Saturn as well. The only thing I would say is it's in the South Node side. So South Node is also entering Leo from Virgo to Leo. It goes backwards. So South Node eclipses are usually losses, completion, leaving something behind. But because of the positive nature of this eclipse, I will say yes, you are leaving something behind, but this is not something you love. This is something you want to get rid of anyway. So because it's happening in your first house, it is you, or it's on top of your sun. So this is something, it can mean any subject for you because it's in your sign. So any sticky health problems you have, or some toxic relationship which you want to quit but you couldn't because why it is toxic, that person might not give you the value you deserve. It's maybe that person might make you feel unlovable, not valuable, not important, not prioritized, and it might hurt your Leo side. So maybe that relationship will be leaving that relationship in the back, and then you move on. So then a better one, a more like positive one for you might come after. Because it's a solar eclipse, it's an ending and it's a new beginning. So one relationship might end and the second one might start, and that because of the aspects from the Aries, Saturn might give this new relationship a bigger like stability. If you are happy in your relationships, you might decided to move it to the next level. So that's because again Saturn represents the long-term beginnings. So that might be like you might leave the being single behind and then move on if you are single, for example. A health problem, as I said, you might leave it behind. It might be a sticky one, it might be like for a long time happening, a chronic disease. So you might find that like some healing or some doctor or some expert might help you to leave it behind. Or it might be a problem with a family member, you might leave it behind. Let's say you are unemployed for a long time, you might find a job because you leave that burden. Any money problems, again, you might find a solution going forward. So you are basically, I'm just giving examples, any of this might happen, and so you might leave something you don't like behind, and so this will give you like a new beginning. And if it doesn't, the 12th of August week is very potent, but if it doesn't happen that week, you might also feel it in the next 3 months, but you might get the first signs of it. So first glimpse of it, that story might start during this time, and then eventually within 6 months when you go back, you might get some big beginnings in your life, and you look back, and then you might, for example, if the health journey starts now, you might get the final results within 6 months. So that might happen. At the same time of this eclipse, there is a basket shape on the sky. I talk about this in July horoscope if you want to listen it. But this month, to this basket shape, Mercury is also joining. So there is even more strength on this basket shape. And it's very active in the first 2 weeks of the month. But, these things might impact a little longer. And this basket is like this shape, like this, it's open basket, so it's like kind of an opportunity is ready to pick it up and put it in your basket. So that's kind of like an opportunity aspect at the same time. And Mercury and Jupiter, which are also joining forces in Leo in 5 during the eclipse is 5 and 9 degrees, but then they conjunct together at 10 degrees Leo on 15th of August. We have Venus in Libra 5 degrees, and we have Gemini, Uranus 5 degrees, Aries, Neptune 5 degrees, and Pluto in Aquarius 5 degrees. As you see, like they're all on 5 degrees, and it is in your, when we look at like where this is happening, it's happening in your 1st, 3rd, 11th, 9th, and 7th house. So it's all about relationships again. You might get this opportunity through a friend, like a friend might play a pivotal role. The opportunity might come you through your relationship with your brothers, siblings, cousins, your very good one-to-one friends, your partner. If you have a partner, it might be a life-changing opportunity through your partner, through your in-laws, if you are married. So any of these people, like basically your close relationships around you, might be a pivotal person for this change, and this is an opportunity happening in again in Leo, in you. So everyone is almost like helping you. There might be multiple of these people might help you, like to whatever that Leo eclipse is bringing you, to help you on that subject. So might introduce you to a new person if you are single, or like might help you to smooth out your relationship if you have some problematic relationship going on with your partner. Someone might help you, your cousin, your brother, sister, or like a friend, close friend might help you. In-laws might help you as well. And then basically they will help you to even make this eclipse opportunity more easier for you. So you are getting the support from everyone who loves you, basically. And so this is the first eclipse, and you know, a lot of thing is coming to you. You don't even need to go in action for this eclipse, I would say. It's like more like coming to you, coming to your door. You just need to open the door and say yes. I mean, this is this good. Don't miss this eclipse opportunity if you kind of like change your life. Like it's a life-changing one. And the second eclipse is happening in Pisces, in your 8th house. So this is like Pisces Virgo axis. Like we have like horrible eclipses last year during, you know, in this axis, especially the September ones were very, very hard. And now we are having kind of the, you know, second to last eclipse in this signs. We have one more, but that would be much far away from the north, so that would be less impactful. So this is, I would say, this is the last one. And this is having a square to Uranus, so it's again about money, it's again about wealth, and this is like a completion, and it's happening in a very spiritual fixed star Fomahault. So it's the Gabriel archangel, to, you know, the messenger of the god. So any wishes you might have related to your 8th house subjects, might be, you might see the results. Like if you pray for you know, increase your finances, let's say you are looking to get accepted to like a scholarship, or you know, some benefits from your company, compensations, tax returns, or like you have you are trying to get a loan, for example, to make a dream happen. So all these things might get a conclusion during this time. It will be so fast. Let's say you apply one of these things and you are like expecting it to be happening in, I don't know, in 3 months, but you might suddenly hear about it, yes or no, depends on your chart. Like, because this is Uranus, you never know, and it's a square, so there will be definitely a little bit of a stress, but I wouldn't accept as the final if you hear news exactly on 28th of August, because eclipses usually have a second act, because during the eclipse we might not get all the information we need. So if the first response is negative related to any financial thing going on, I will wait 1-2 more weeks, collect all the information, and then maybe I have a second act, so you might get a yes answer second time. And but I'm optimistic about this one too. First of all, Archangel Gabriel is helping. Like, if I will say, trust the universe, trust to God, pray for it, whatever your beliefs is. Like, basically, this is like your cries might hurt, basically. And also the ruler of this eclipse is Jupiter, again having an exact trine to Saturn from your 9th house. Again, it's about the divine power. So any financial expectations, it's a good to like trust the God, ask from the God, universe, God, whatever you believe, and then you might get it. If you're in a divorce process, earlier than expected, you might get some news about, you know, like after divorce, like you are paying some money or getting some money from your spouse. All these things might be also finalized during this time. So some financial opportunity unexpectedly might come your way. So it's unexpected, so the money might come to you out of nowhere, so very like, which you never thought that will be happening. So that's kind of a good thing, I would say. Your connection with divine is like kind of like getting a little bit of test during like Saturn is going there. Saturn is supporting you from there, but still, you know, you need to basically, if you do any spiritual practice, if you are like to make your desire happen, you need to make it regularly, not too long, but regularly. So that is the Saturn's lesson there. If you do that like every day, certain time of the day before you sleep, let's say you spend like 5-10 minutes strengthening your relationship with the divine, and then ask your desires before this eclipse happen. During like end of the month, you might hear some good news, especially if you are if you need some like big chunk of money to sort things out. Like that is your kind of, I will do that. And yeah, with this, like, I'm kind of finishing my reading for you. If you listen till this point, and if you like my style, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider to subscribe to my channel and write on the comments, like, what do you think about this eclipse? Do you think like it is especially the Leo one? I would like to know from you if you are getting some good news, how things are, if things are working out for you or not. Please share on the comments. So I'm reading all the comments, and it's a new channel, so I appreciate your support. Thank you very much.